welcome. Another Tuesday Poetry Corner. Peace and love to everybody out there in the Poetry Corner universe. I'm your host, Lord Atterbury, aka JW Atterbury. And we have some fine guests here tonight. I'll give it right back to you, Valerie Lorraine. Sister Tessa.
Thank you very much. It's very exciting to be here. We have the beautiful Linnea Monroe. We also have Nemo Sum. And so we're in for a great treat with some wonderful poetry. I'm just going to let you know that we are the Poetry Corner on YouTube, where you are here with us, whether you are here in person, live, or on replay. We appreciate you being here. Please do like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you get notified of all the shows. We have many shows during the week, and we also have pop-ups, so that'll keep you going. Excuse me, I'm going to hand the mic over to Sister and let her introduce the two guests, get them to introduce themselves, and then we're going to get going with some poetry.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I am Sister Testa Monet. First, we have Nemo, and we have, and please forgive me if I say your name wrong, Sister Monroe. I'm sorry, I can't. What's your first name? Lanani? Okay. So I guess we're going to go ahead and do ladies first. If you want to go ahead and do our first piece for us.
Thank you. And my name is Linnea Monroe. Yeah, it's a troubling name sometimes for some people, but I appreciate you. So hi, my name is Linnea Monroe. I am the Mother Herbal Butterfly. I am a self-published author. I'm a mom. I'm a worker, a light worker, and all around a friend. And I appreciate you guys for this opportunity and having me. This first poem I have is called The Bottle. She has always been there for me. With her figure 8 shape, never to be stretched or caved, she saves a spot for me at the bottom to collect myself, exposing reflections of myself while she keeps me wanting for more. Sip, go. Numbing my tongue and my senses with every taste of her, the more she fills me, my visions get daisy. She's a fireball, Daisy. Her warnings sway like hypnotic hips, hypnotizing me to drink every last drop. I can't stop and she won't let me, dizzy but satisfied, thinking of all the truth she lets me believe. She dances with me while the words from emotional songs we have heard in so long wraps our bodies so strong. Intertwining my stomach lining with guilt, I savor her, flavor her, my savior for the moment. She frees me to freely dance like the candlelight projected onto the walls. Sacrificing my vulnerability, sacrificing my regrets, sacrificing myself. Nevertheless, sip, go. She is almost gone, heavy on the rocks, bubbles pop. I am falling from the top of her. There is no stopping her once she enters me, touching my Pandora's box. She is relentless and sometimes mean, ready to unload chaos and untold dreams within me. I am at the bottom of the bottle. Time to sleep her off.
All right. That was beautiful.
Whoosh, there goes Linnea.
Real.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
thank you.
So Linnea, can you, before we move on, can you tell me like where you're from and like give a little bit of more background about you?
Yes, I am from Frederick, Maryland. Born in Baltimore, stayed there for a little bit and then came here. So I'm a poet. I've been writing since I was young, since my grandmother passed when I was 10 years old. And that was my first way of me expressing myself and being able to be heard. I had 2 kids, my son and my daughter, which I'm working on teaching them how to express themselves in a healthier way. Hence why I do this here, because I want them to see mommy got through it, you know.
Yes.
I'm also an entrepreneur. I work with herbals like tea blends, all types of things, remedies, smoke blends for people that are trying to quit smoking, all types of things of holistic healing. That's what I really believe, that we actually have our medicines with us internally as well as even in your backyard. So every answer you need could be found within yourself as well as right around you if we look and pay attention. So I want a lot of people to understand that I strive and I'm an advocate for natural holistic living, and we can all do it. I'm here with y'all. Y'all not by yourselves. We taking this step by step together.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love the work that you do. So we're going to move on to Nemo.
Thank you.
You want to give us some information on where we could find you and let us know what your piece is?
Absolutely. So I'm Nemo Soom. I am a poet from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a member of the Guerrilla Poets, which is an activist group that of artists. We try to bring art education to underserved populations. We do a lot of online workshops, writing workshops. So I am write primarily micropoetry. I was a computer programmer for 20 years, and we had to write very tight, very efficient code. So I try to write my poems in without taking the life out of them. Try to compress the information.
Okay.
So this I will read right now is one of my micropoems. The phoenix refuses to rise, so we lay in the ashes, despair and I, staring at the ceiling, not talking, still because moving only makes her hold on tighter. I can feel my heartbeat slowing. Anger left hours ago. He didn't turn to look, just slammed the door, and I heard the car peeling out into the night. I don't know if he'll come back this time. I wish his absence felt peaceful. Everyone here is broken because everyone here lost the fight. The fire's gone out. The air smells like loss. And I'm waiting for someone who isn't coming.
Okay, that's what's up.
Thank you for that. That was really a fabulous piece. It was absolutely great to find out a little bit more about each of you. And I know that as we continue on, we're going to find out more and hear more of your great poetry. Right now, I'm going to ask King if he would like to share a piece with us and let us know what he's got going on, namely what number book he's on publishing.
Too funny, too funny. Thank you. My name is King Atterberry. I am a founding member of the King team, which is me, Donnell Jones, and Zwina. Also, I host this show. I host the Poetry Corner Eastside Connection, along with Poetic Van Meadows. Also host with the Westside Connection with Ebb and Flow, and also Dre the Poet. Great collaborations out there. Just happy to be here. I'm also working on my 23rd book. It's called Winter Green, which will be out by next month. So I'm happy about that project. And also, I'm a content creator, also a meditator. So light work also on that. So just enough about me. I'm going to go into my piece. Thank you. This piece I titled Carry On. Lock the devil in a cage, held by light by the sun signs. Fight dark energy with the strength of God Almighty. Deep dreams come into fruition without a vision. Plant seeds of thought in a community still struggling. Love still exists while we change story narratives. The county under fire, yet our time haven't expired. Unification connected by many sources with the elders. We the next generation painting pictures, no murals. Speaking out to the youth by showing and proving. Exonerate the hate by giving a helping hand. The hug is more special as we vibe here and now. Sending prayers up above past the clouds toward a skylab. True eyes of believers, push seekers, keep going. Travelers of a wave still continue, open a venue. Bonds be made face to face at the place we all meet at. Joining our higher calling, brothers and sisters in a super force. King.
Thank you for that, book 23.
Thank you.
You make us feel like we're all got to play catch up. I'm going to bring up Sister Testimony, right now and ask her if she'd like to let us know where we can find her, what she's got going on, and speak one of her pieces.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram as sister_Tessa_Monet. I'm also a photographer. I'm also a writer. I am working on book number 1. And like Sister Lene said, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a drummer. I like to do a lot of percussion. And one piece that I'm going to do is kind of short. I lost all my stuff. Okay. I'm kind of torn. It's 2 that I want to do, but I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start here. This one's called Hidden Treasure, and this is from an inspiration of my dear cousin, Karan. He is a very influential young man in our church community. Like I said, it's short to the point. You can't be inclusive as God has directed exclusive. Physical isolation brings about spiritual transformation. Seek validation from the one who encouraged consecration. Through individuality, obtain and maintain comfortability and solidarity. Audit your circle, for we shouldn't be led by other oracles. We can't take everyone with us on a God-given mission. It wasn't an easy decision for Jesus to leave his disciples behind, yet when they called on him, he was always easy to find. Hidden treasure.
All right, Sister Monet. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm Valerie Lorraine. You are watching the Poetry Corner on YouTube. We also have a Facebook page under the same name, The Poetry Corner. If you're a poetry lover, you're going to be enthralled with how many poets come and post there every day. If you are a poet, you are more than welcome to join hassle-free, and you can post your books, your events, shows that you have going, or simply your poetry for all of us to enjoy alongside of you. As I said, I'm Valerie Lorraine. I'm an editor, a publisher, a content creator. I'm an author with 3 books in circulation, and I'm a live host here on YouTube and also on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at ValerieLorraine_poetic author. I'm going to share one piece with you tonight. This is Fire Dragon, and it is from my newest book out called In the Company of Poets. It is an anthology with 12 poets in it, and they each have 10 pages. This is called Fire Dragon. She looks up to the sky. Smoke billows from her released breath. The fearless dragon inside, lost the fire, yet still rages on. It is a sadly blanketed night. Where are you? Somewhere behind the starless night, where she who wishes on stars cannot see or hear or reach you. The fire burns in her and aches to snatch a spark. Sparkless, heartless, mangled in places that remain dark. A piece of her left when you did, and she wants it back. More heat rises. Rivers break the dam and pour out windowless eyes, dripping down stone-carved cheeks. She shrieks and aches, dull, medicated, desensitized, immobilized, stupefied. She who can never win in love cries out. Primal screams of bitterness she hopes will carry on the wind to find you. Instead, fall on this unstirring, airless night to the green blades of grass, swallowed as a yawn of destiny. Ashes of her burn and ember as she gains a small ignition and erupts from within. The fire lights and she steps on into the limitless skyline. Her feet steps past the edge and she falls once again into the great unknown. Valerie Lorraine.
Love it. Love it. You always have me on the edge of my seat.
Thank you so much. I'm going to hand the mic back over to you, sister, and let you just go through rotation for us.
Okay. I'm going to hand it back over to Sister Lene if she can bless us with another piece.
Oh my gosh, y'all poetry. I love this. Oh, wow. My next piece is called Free Falling. You asked me to fall for you. Will you catch me? Will you fish me out of the stormy waters? No ship, just your hands. Decipher me, break me down mathematically till I am your number one. Subtract the multiple fears, add me to your taste buds, and divide my legs for seconds. Stop my clock and give me your time to understand. Drop your armor and embrace me, knowing I just want to care for you. Shed your tears like we have been in a drought. Reverse your hesitations and let your kinks sprout. I want to see your soul naked before I strip your body. Silver and gold, raw and ready. You are my. You asked me to fall for you. Will you catch me?
Deep, my sister. Wow.
Thank you.
Y'all have me on the edge of my seat tonight, boy. I'm here. I love it. I love it. Come on, Nemo. Bring us in, brother. What you got?
All right. The woman on the phone was starting to sound upset. So when she put me on hold to find a supervisor, I hung up. I stood in the silence and wondered how she couldn't see the threat. I'm not afraid of the voices who tell me to make a plan or write a letter. I hate making plans, and I love writing letters. I'm afraid of the voice that whispered when I was just a boy that I could end the suffering with what was in the kitchen drawer. For a few minutes that day, the pain had a place where it would stop. I'm scared of the voice I hear when I'm driving and crying that tells me it will all be over with a hard turn into the median. I'm afraid of the voice that spoke to me on one particularly dark day and convinced me that I would never be free except in its embrace. It scared me badly enough that I called the suicide helpline to talk to a woman who couldn't understand why I was asking for help when I didn't have a plan.
Wow. I
love it. Thank you.
That's deep.
Yeah. Very powerful.
Yes. And I thank you for sharing that, because you could be giving someone a step to help tonight. So thank you so much for that piece. That piece was very deep and very much needed. King, am I doing this right? King next?
Yeah. This piece I titled Let Us Begin. Bring that old school flavor to this Generation X. I know I'm reaching on an arm stretch, but we have to get respect. Winging a prayer movement, who's that in the wave? Never worry about tomorrow because I'm on today. Made a point to join ciphers, a bunch of brothers unite. There's a war going on, so we fight for the life. Each one teach one, doesn't matter race or culture. Never take us for suckers, we some bad motherfuckers. Through knowledge and wisdom, we have true understanding. It's been years of real planning, preparing our cannons, sharpshooting OGs with frontline archery, mental artillery, slingshot, whatever mystery, building a directory of degrees chaptered in books, How about you take another look on how addicts get hooked? My teacher's teacher from the forefathers of yesterday paved the way for us to stay and be okay. Now let's play. Okay.
All right, I see how we do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, while he was going, I was like, oh, I gotta get something. Hold on. Okay. I'm next in the rotation. Unless Valerie, you wanted to go? No? Okay. So this is called the synopsis of the call. If Jesus wept, why can't I? My emotions I won't deny. You're not my God. These emotions we don't have to hide. He made us from the dust. This grief and process shouldn't be rushed. My God and his ministry is bigger than these four walls. How dare you to tell me how to cope? Ugh, the gall. God is healing and dealing with his people. God is bigger than the church and that steeple. Let your light so shine that men may see your good works. Serve your purpose. Follow Christ. Step out on that water. Keep walking by faith until it hurts. But be careful how you entertain others and strangers. You never know. Be sweet. Govern yourself accordingly. God won't lead you into danger and to defeat. It is in your best interest to illustrate the fruits of the Spirit. Within you is a beacon of light. It's your duty to share it. Thank you, Father, for being an attentive landscaper. You know me. You keep me green and fresh. You water me. I'm flourishing. You remove the stony heart and turn it into flesh. You're extending your ministry to social media, and you've taken your people on a emotional and spiritual trip like Expedia. Lord, we all should strive to have that agape love. In the midst of our brokenness and heaviness is light for you to descend your comfort from above. In the powerful words of a dear friend who has transitioned, be yourself, and loving yourself is the best investment. Now that's your whole duty, and that's a lot of wealth. So to you folks that are high and mighty, remember your worth. You're only going to get a penny. There's elevation in your tribulation, especially when you're in isolation. There's restoration. Sister Testimony. All right, Valerie.
Thank you. I would like to thank our host, King. I would like to thank also our producer, Quentin, who is behind the scenes. Without him, we would not be functioning. We wouldn't be moving around the screens, and our sound would not be great. So I can't thank him enough for that. We are moving towards some excellent shows for you. So do make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. All of these poets can be found on Instagram. When this show is posted, we will get their tags in the captions so that you can find them and enjoy more of their poetry where they post regularly. In the meantime, we see your comments coming across and we love the support. Keep it coming, and thank you so much. I'm going to hand it back to Sister Testimony so she can keep the rotation going.
Okay, so Sister Lene, you want to bless us one more time? Get me back on the edge of my seat.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And all these poems that you are hearing from me are from my book, Blue Butterfly Kisses. That's on Amazon. It's live right now. You can purchase it right now for $20. All right. So this poem is called Text Unsent. You wanted me gone? Okay, cool. I get it. My love was too big and you didn't want to fit it, so I walked away. So don't shed a tear now that you see me here, while my footprints sink deeper than your fear and fight to like me. Cast away from your spiritual stares and banish your hazy, misguided glares. I know you tried to save me. I seeked in despair, but there lies a pair of shackles down there I dare not wear. So I walked away. I was late for your reservation, searching for the key to another door shut in my face. Oh, lucky me, you saw me there, pleading, heart bleeding, break it, break my heart because it's no longer beating. How can you love me while retreating? I pray to God that you pray for me, whisper a wish and send it to the skies through the trees. I drop down on both knees and cry to see you be the miracle I need. God, why did you bring her to me? My eyes burn, shedding tears for you. My hands swell from holding your suitcases wrapped with the thorns borrowed from Christ. I needed you to have faith in me, in us. Feeling like I'm kicking water and drinking dust, so I walked away. I left you a trail to follow me with my tears, guarded you from my fears, even though they lived here first. What's worse, me loving you or you loving me first? Why does it scare you? Because it hurts? So that's okay to treat me like dirt. The way you cut and sliced my worth, and I ate it up. Because that's the price I sold myself for. I tossed a quarter and landed on my tail, head spinning and body impaled. The weight you put on me is off the scale. No matter how many times I proved you wrong, your doubt still prevailed. So I walked away, and far is where I will stay.
Yes. Deep,
Love that.
deep.
Yo, that
Love
was
that.
deep. Word.
Yeah, that scale part, I was like, ah, what the cap? Yes, go ahead. Yes, yes,
that.
yes.
Thank you.
All right, our dear brother Nemo, bless us, sir.
All right. I get so excited about reading that I forget to say that you can find me on Instagram at NemoSoomWords and NemoSoomWords.com. You can download a digital copy for free of my first book, Into the Exclusion Zone. Here we go. This poem is called They Used to Call Them Asylums. I found solace in a shower they couldn't take away. The feel of the scrubs against my damp body, pacing in my room, the chair sitting in the corner waiting patiently to see if I would try to put it through the unbreakable window. Alone in a hallway of isolated men, I lay on my pallet in the dark, the light flashing on my face every 30 minutes, in time with the broken clock in my head. I felt a presence that night sitting behind me on the bed, and wondered who it was come to witness my burning dreams of martyrs and the misunderstood. Released into the wild without shoes, in clothes found in a hospital closet, I drove around a city where I no longer belonged, feet in socks pushing pedals, looking for a place to sleep, a place to eat, a place to start over. The screeches of my mind harpies made me unwelcome, and the threat of my broken sanity kept me away. So I fought on new ground, with new faces and new words. What does it take to survive the ordeal? Separated, but never alone. Mortally wounded, but alive. Hopeless, but still pushing back. A paper warrior in the wind, torn and stitched, broken and mended, cracks filled. The garbage phoenix rises to spread its wings again. Behold. Thank you.
That's what's up, bro.
I hear nothing but healing in that. Wow.
Sheesh.
It's a lot of healing in that, man. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, brother Atterberry, slide on up. Your mic, bro.
Now I was saying, bear with me. It's been a long time since I recited this poem. So this piece is titled, I Can Only Be. As the sky opened full and I rise to a new level, this side of me is conscious but unconsciously ascending. Everything is beautiful. Feelings are so amazing. My thoughts are in the light of all lights. What I fear does not exist. All that I love is around me. left one home for another with all that I know is great. The most incredible escape is suitable and enjoyable. No longer am I searching, it's the now that I appreciate. Moments before I worried about the world in which I live. So I embrace the switch that has me opening the gift. It's the experience that's happening. I see what was lost, found between time rifts, 3 hours after midnight. As my physical lay and rest between two different states, I am awake in God's place, centered and balanced in my faith. Whoever holds the answers carry keys to the door. As I search through open floors, I see the meaning of my core. The absence of what been missing, I obtain from the source. Peace, love, and equality. I no longer have remorse. King.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Nice.
Indeed,
Very
indeed.
nice.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing I'm up next. This one's a little lengthy. This is called the DNR. This is a part of my series that's going to be, I don't know, I might take it out of my book, and I think I might try to do like Nemo did and put it up for, like a free listen. Okay, so here's my DNR. Let me move it over. Okay. Here I am, laying on this gurney, lacking oxygen and strength to fight for another breath to breathe. My lungs aren't functioning together. The doctor says one of my lungs has collapsed from overworking. My body is shutting down as the other lung wasn't functioning at full capacity. The breakdown of this set of lungs is slowly killing me. The doctors have given me oxygen to lessen my weakened breathing, but I've asked for a DNR because I'm tired. I don't want to fight for this lifeless body because it's not fair to the other overworked organs. My organs are going into failure. Hey, doc, can you explain to my spouse the purpose of a DNR? Because I have no more energy to talk. I don't want any more oxygen. I don't want to waste any more strength or medicine on this lifeless body of marriage. As I'm starting to prepare my body to expire, I will think about the good times and forgive the bad ones. I think about how my family will be affected by my absence, but remember the impact that I had on others as I continue to let my body drift into death and rigor mortis. Please, no CPR is warranted to save this marriage, as all the treatments and medication didn't work. Final goodbyes and prayers are in order. The obituary is drafted up to share the story of how love can be the cause of death. Don't have any flowers next to my coffin. This is coming to an end, and I'm looking forward to the afterlife of freedom from all struggles, burdens, strife, selfishness, and discomfort. I've made my peace and I'm ready for my transition. No more fights, no more treatment, no more appointments. I want to say I want to leave with this thought that I fought the good fight. I want to say I'm faultless. I want to say to my teammate and to my helpmate, I did my part on correcting my wrongs, addressing my faults, apologizing for the disrespectful ways, and even sought sound counseling. I want to say I strive for perfection, but yet I concluded that I'm perfectly imperfect and not perfect enough to suffer to stay in this depleted body of marriage. Okay, doc, I'm taking out my IVs. I'm unhooking myself from these monitors. As I take my last breath as his wife, I'm at peace, no longer bitter, but overall better as I transition without him. Sister testimony.
That's what's up. It definitely was deep.
Okay.
Definitely.
That was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I got a question to everyone here. And I believe Sister Lene spoke to it. So I'm going to ask Nemo here. What got you into writing? What got you into poetry?
So I was on a trip, and I was with I was 15, and I was with a bunch of 19-year-olds, And so it was this fascinating open world, but I wasn't really a part of it. And I had all these things to say, but I didn't have anyone to say them to. And so I was walking down the street, and I walked past a stationery store back when they had those. And I went in and I bought a little notebook and a pack of pencils. And I started writing. I think I write to journal. I write to get some of these feelings that I struggle with down on paper. And when I'm having a really tough time, I'll go to my poetry notebook and I'll open it up and I'll scroll through until I can find something to connect with.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Wonderful. Yes. Lorraine, before you give us a piece, can you explain or share with us what led you into the poetry world or to writing?
Yeah, for sure. So, a few years back, I went through a really drastic time in my life. There was multiple life changes, and it was overwhelming. And so I picked up my pen and went back to writing, which it had been all the way since school, since that had happened. I won't say how many years that was. And then it morphed into poetry, and it was very emotional. And when I first started, I was so overwhelmed with everything that was going on. I would write and I would say, oh, I would read it back and say, okay, that's how I felt. Now when I write, I know how I feel, and I get into a piece about how I feel. So as most of us know, writing is very healing, but sharing it is healing as well. So it's always been a blessing to be able to turn the corner from writing for myself to be able to offer it out to others and share that experience with them.
Wonderful. You're going to share a piece?
All right. I chose this piece to read because it was inspired by our guest, Nemo Som, and it is called Here and Now. Autumn leaves tremble as a nervous chill rushes from the mountains down the valley, leaflets losing grasp, flailing in the hush of gusts down, down, down onto pavement. I walk towards summer nights, stumbling along the untaken path. My origami legs unbalanced and full of regret. A pair of wobbly steps over and over take me forward and to the left, always to the left. Now we'll meet you in summer under the stars. A moon that pushes me onward like I am the tides, constantly churning without break, obeying. December is a breath away, an inhale before a new beginning. I am wound in the past, trailing the present, gift wrapped in a pink folded bow. Rain softly taps on my skin, unharnessing gray sky swirling above tall cypress. My paper legs crumple from puddles. The hushed gush reaches my ears, and it's your name that rumbles through me, spilling out my tongue, immediately shattering against the crisp of leaves. I'll call for you. Oh, to have your paper-strong arms fold around me while I am still alive and full of love. Your eyes, the two moons of Mars, hold me, dynamic and desolate. You are my verb, and I, the adverb, and I, the adverb, and I, the adverb, beats my heart. You are the stillness, the silence between beats. The stars call me home, and I, the adverb, too long between beats, and I, the adverb, too long between beats, and I, the adverb, too long, much too long. My legs stretch out and unfold, corners ripped and tattered. I become flat and unengaging, simple, creased and used. I become folded and wrapped anew. I am origami paper, heart. I was adverb, beating. No, I am nothing. I am December. I am inanimate paper heart. I am a new beginning. Valerie Lorraine.
Beautiful.
That was very nice. Very nice.
Such a beautiful piece.
Yes, yes, indeed. Okay. Are we gonna do this last rotation? We're gonna go to Sister Lene. Tell us what you got, Mama.
Wow, y'all are blowing my mind with this poetry. I love it. My last one that I have is Love Resignation. I didn't know that I would love you the way I did. Hell, I didn't even know I could, but it felt so good. I am a hopeless romantic waiting for tantric passion and long-term action. I wanted to give you that youthful, spontaneous spasms of exotic orgasms, but you wouldn't come to your senses. Thinking I was against you think I was against you to bring, thinking I was against you or brought to you to stir up pain. What do I gain to see you hurt? Doesn't the rebirth start in the dirt? So how can I change how I feel if it's true? Conversations for hours turned into days with no response, sitting in an empty hallway waiting for your hand to take me back to your love. I'm sorry that I wasn't trying. I'm sorry that I was trying to learn how to love you. I'm sorry I was trying to build you up with the pieces of me that I had left. I never charged you with stealing my heart because the penalty you bestowed on me was worse than your crime. Take my heart and finish the job. I beg of thee. I can't breathe. I can't see. I need to be free. But the way you would hold me haunts me like late night sugar. I couldn't tell you how you ran through my mind with memories that I could only smile at but never enjoy out loud. I couldn't tell you that I replayed my mistakes over and over again, sketching them into my arms and my wrists so I could read in between the lines. I couldn't let you see the endless tears I would cry to slumber, creating a waterbed that would rock me to sleep in between the waves of emotions. I was smitten by your beauty and demeanor, even though the bites instead of your venom was meaner. I'd rather be tasting the parts of you that are so much sweeter. I understand there's levels to your ether, but I am neither who did it or the ones that made you believe it. I heard your prayers and wanted to fulfill your bucket list, not knowing that I was only your rough draft. I resigned from being your reason to resign from love. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm gone.
Amazing
delivery,
lines. Fantastic.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes. Oh man. All right, dear brother Nemo.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's
All
get your
right.
final piece, sir.
All right, thank you. It's been wonderful to be here this evening, and we were just getting started. All right, here we go. I know the ascent all too well, slopes painted with my spent blood, scattered with the shredded banners of past rallies. It's my heart's deepest desire to get to the top of the hill, but there's the boulder, and it is with me wherever I go. Pushing the great rock upwards has carved grooves in the dirt. Sometimes I follow them. Sometimes I make new ones. And sometimes I want to change the path, but the boulder gets stuck in the ruts. I find myself having to repeat a route I know will end in failure. And I'll watch the boulder roll back down, crushing everything beneath it, bringing me back to the base, looking up, feeling broken. I've gotten to the top before, but the last time I found a wicked man whose face I've seen in the mirror. So I pushed him, and I felt him fall, and I dreamt that my world was tumbling, and I woke at the bottom, feeling scared. This time, I'm keeping my head down, staying focused on the work. I can feel the weight of the burden shifting as my will grows stronger and the climb begins again. Thank you.
Sometimes I don't even want to snap. I just gotta clap. Like you two, like everybody tonight is just, this is so dope. This is so fulfilling. This is healing. Like I'm loving this platform. You know, once again, like Valerie said, thank you to our producer Q. You know, thank you all for just joining us tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is an amazing outlet for so many people. And hopefully this is going to encourage all the upcoming poets and poetess and writers. And I'm just loving it. I hope that this pours into somebody's little empty vessel tonight. Let me see. Brother Atterberry, let's see what you got for us.
Okay. I meant to mention earlier, I can be found on Instagram, King Atterbury Inc. So I'll go into this piece right here. This piece I titled Kim. When I first met Kim, she was down with my friends. All the time that she spent was controversial to the end. A helping hand I would lend, but she always pretend to have my back, yet still she lacks loyalty to begin. With all the gossiping, rumors about trust and honesty, jealousy and envy didn't really prove to me. Always leaving and coming back to the same old shit. What gave my conscience a lift is when I changed my shift. Her favorite line was the title of this poem that I write. We all get the same feeling and lose focus of the sight. So when they ask, where you been? And they say, remember them. I say, you, Kim, you're always caught in the end. Kim can be a man or woman, depends on who's saying it, the abbreviation for keep it moving. King. Thank you.
Yes. I'm here for that acronym. I love acronyms. Let's do it. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to do my last piece and then follow up with Lorraine. This is another piece that is inspired by someone in my church, my pastor. It's called Protect This House. Lord, you bless me to obtain this space, dwell in this place, bind out the enemy as he comes to steal, kill, and deface. Lord, let this body be a temple of dignity and not iniquity, as I desire to have your presence dwelling here richly. Lord, dispatch your angels to guard over this domain like blood stain over doors. Let death pass by. I need your protection to remain. Father, renovate and restore this residence, that these walls be coated in your presence, that the foundation be the evidence that you abide here as I walk on holy ground. That this house be wired and built on the cornerstone as the connectivity never fails. Be the spark of righteousness that heats the home with the Holy Ghost fire. That you be the brick and a martyr, having the ability to endure any storm that life may bring. Let this pavilion be under the shadow of the Almighty. Father, you are the deed of this property. I pay the tithes, and you remove all manner of evil. I desire to get my house in order, fortify this house, and fill the temple. I don't desire my house to be built by hands, but by your hand, by yours, Father, because you're the landlord. Sister Testimony.
All right, man. That's what's up.
I would like to thank everybody who joined us tonight. We've been watching the comments fly up here in support, and it's absolutely wonderful to see. Our wonderful guests with incredible poetry entertained us so well tonight. You can find Miss Linnea Moore on Instagram at Linnea Monroe 91. You can find Nemo Some on Instagram at Nemo_some_words. And I do hope that you do go and check them out because their pages are wonderful and they have so many offerings there. I know that Linnea has a show that she hosts live, so you can catch other poets there as well. And Nemo goes live quite a few times, so get to see his poetry all over the place, which is incredible. Again, we'd like to thank our producer, Quentin. He puts an awful lot into the show behind the scenes. And I'd like to welcome our guests to stay in the room after the credits roll for our little after party. We are going to be closing tonight, but not without reminding you to like and subscribe to the page, but don't forget to hit the notification bell. And you can also find us on the Poetry Corner on Facebook. I'm going to leave you with this little thoughts tonight. I wish stars reflected in your eyes would sparkle and ignite life energy into your universe. I wish dandelion fluff would dance in the breeze, touching your shoulders, stirring blessings of love within your world. I wish coins dropped in water fall to the depths of joy for all your dreams to be bought and paid for over and over again. I wish every candle blown out sends smoke to Father Time as he snatches it up to walk ahead of you, paving every road in your favor. I wish stones rubbed in aspirations warm and glimmer with cause creating the mountains to crumble to your needs. I wish feathers falling gently suddenly fly in the breeze, carrying your prayers to heaven, finally resting on angels' wings where they whisper your utterances. I wish white horses will race furiously until your path to greatness has been told. I wish in the smoke that blows ashes, your life with me will endure all. Valerie Lorraine. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
All right.
We wish you a wonderful week. We wish that you will come back and join us once again. Again, we'd like to thank our wonderful guests for joining us.
Most deaf.
King, I'll hand it over to you for good night.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in the Poetry Corner Universe. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time and everything. And thank these beautiful guests tonight for reciting that lovely poetry. And as I always say, peace, love, and poetry. We out of here.